Hi, I'm Alan, and I want to give you a whistle-stop tour of the forever free edition of GetBookedUp. So what is GetBookedUp? GetBookedUp is a piece of software that was designed by us to use in our carpet cleaning business, and the forever free edition is a risk-free way that you can get started using software if you're not using anything already, or if you're using spreadsheets and struggling with them and realize that you need something a little more than those to get you going. As I say, it's been designed by us. We're carpet cleaners too. We now run a multi-van operation. We have office staff that run the business, and this is a tool that's been designed to automate as much as possible in the office in terms of administration and in terms of marketing. So this forever free edition, it's a no risk, no cost way of getting started in capturing your data in a way that's going to be useful and allow you to do some marketing at a later date. As I say, it's ideal if you don't have software already or you're struggling with spreadsheets, and we even allow you to import your existing client list too. The other reason for downloading and having a look at the Forever Free is just to get a feel for how our software operates and see some of the features that are in there. Obviously it is a cut down version, but it does give you a good feel for what's in there, and it is a very usable piece of software. Now, we are often asked, how can we afford to give away software? It doesn't seem to make commercial sense to be able to give away software, but the majority of our income is actually from residual income from high-end users. So the Business Builder and turbocharged editions of the software that we have a monthly fee attached to them, and that monthly fee is used to develop the software further, add additional features that those users want. And if you were to move on to those, you would join a user group where you maybe ask for your input into features that you'd like to see. Now, we realise that not everybody can afford the software at those levels, and we realise that not everybody actually needs all those features that are in the Business Builder and the turbocharged editions. We like to put a little bit back. We first started developing this software on a very small basis, and then as it grew, we knew other carpet cleaners who saw it and asked if they could purchase it. And obviously we've added more and more of the clever marketing features that are in there and the sophisticated stuff that's there. So we do believe in putting something back, and by giving you a free edition of the software to try it risk-free without any time or deadline limitations on it, you get the chance to see what we are and build your business as well. We've also been told by some of the users of the Forever Free Edition that it's better than some of the software that they've actually paid for elsewhere. So it is a powerful piece of software, and it will allow you to build your business. So let's give you, as I say, a whistle-stop tour of what's in the Forever Free. First things first, you'll see that it's just standard layout at the top, menu across the top, and then we have a new client and some search fields at the top there, so you can search in multiple ways for clients in the system. Let's open a sample client record. I'm going to open a record for Mr. Bear. Okay, so we're in the client's record now, Mr. Bear. You'll notice that we've gone for a tabbed layout. So we've got Mr. Bear at the top here on this top tab. Then we can see his name and address details, his telephone number and his email. So that's just so that that's visible whenever you're within his record and working in there. Then we've got a row of tabs at the top here within this record. And the ones that are active in the Forever Free edition are the client details, the quotations and the jobs. So let's go back to the client details and show you what's in here. There we have another row of tabs here that again just allow you very quick access to all the information that's kept in the client's record. If we start on this address tab at the front here, the first thing you'll notice is that we capture an inquiry source. So where did you first hear about us and where did you find our telephone number? Two subtly different questions. As you can see in the example here, they heard about us from a friend, so it was a referral, but we actually want to know where they got our number from as well for the analysis. So in here we've got the example of leaflet, so it allows you to capture those as well, and you'll see in the reports that that's important information. The other thing next on there is that we've got the name and address details. This is in the postcode address file format, so that means you can qualify for discounts on bulk mail such as Doc Mail or Royal Mail's Clean Mail service and things like that. You'll also notice that you can add directions to the property, so if we click this, you'll notice it activates the directions tab. That's free text in here. That's added on to job cards and quotation sheets that you print out, so that you're not driving up and down the street looking for places if the client gives you directions. Going back to the address tab there's also an opportunity to click view address on map. I'm not doing that now, but what will happen is it will open Google and it will show you the street map of Google and the address that's in here. While we're working down this side of the record, you'll notice the public comments at the bottom here. That's free text that you can type into. We call them public comments because that's information that we don't mind the client knowing that we know about them. While we're looking at those, if you look at the next section along here, private comments, again, that's free text that allows you to enter text that you don't particularly want the client to know that you know. So if they always haggle, you can pop something like that in there. You notice also as well we've got telephone numbers and emails, home, work, mobile, and then also an email address there. And a clever little feature on the end, a little tick box that says email requested. So if you're working for an older client that perhaps doesn't have an email and you've asked them, you can put a tick in the box there. And what that means is when you open the record each time, you're not going to be saying, oh, have you got an email address? You can just see that you've asked already if they've got an email address. And then we've got what we call our essential information. In the Forever Free edition, this will be set, the price and area will be set as local. The trading name will be whatever you've entered in your license agreement. But one of the custom fields is client type, so you can mark off whether the commercial, domestic insurance, and you can actually customize that field in here as well. If we go along to the main tab next, you'll notice that the inquiry source is pulled through here. Now, each time when the client calls in, it will normally open at this main details tab. Because obviously we don't need to be able to see the address details each time we come into the record because they're visible at the top here. But what we do want to do is every time they call, we want to ask where they heard about us this time. So we can change this on here to make sure that the reporting that comes through as to where work's coming from and where your jobs are coming from is accurate. Then we've got some other detail in here. Obviously the local price and area is pulled through, the trading name, the client type, and then the other thing that's in here is truck mount. We've preset some of these in here, so we've got no access, not suitable, required and used. And they're basically just to allow you to mark whether or not you've used, or there's no access, for instance, for the truck mount, so that you know when you go in there next time. We also allow you to put any existing reference number that you've got in here, or free text in a reference field in that section there. You'll notice again the telephone numbers are carried through here with the email address details. And then what we've got is a couple of options that allow you for printing. In this edition we've got a button that says copy one, and what that does is copy the name and address details to the clipboard so that you can paste those into a Word document if you want to send a letter, or into an email address, into an email program if you want to send an email. The other one is copy two. That copies the business, so the name, the business name, the address and the telephone numbers to the clipboard so you can paste those in the same as well. The next box on here is do not. And these are do not mail shot reasons. So we've got do not mail shot, do not make telesales calls, no email and no daily marketing. And you can also enter a reason there as to why they do not any of those activities. We've already touched briefly on the directions tab, that's free text field. The next tab along on here is a quote tab, and this is where you can actually record clients' testimonials. So if they give you a really good review on a questionnaire or make some really nice comments when they ring you, you can type those in here, and if you ask them for permission to use them, you can put a tick in the box here, and that will allow you to obviously use them in future advertising. You know you've got a record of those in the system. There are some clever things that the Professional Plus and the other editions will do with this information if you ever upgrade to that. But at least in this you can start to record that information and use that and search for it if you need to. The next tab in here that's works in the Forever Free is the Groups tab, and this is some demographic information that you're able to capture. You can capture a birthday and a birth month, and also some demographics about what we call marketing groups that they may belong to. So have they got a baby, is this a bungalow, children, have they got children, is it a first floor flat, and things like that, a short notice offer. So there's just some demographic information that you can capture. So if they've signed up for short notice offers, we can put a tick in the box there. So that's a very brief overview of what's in the client detail section there. As I say, there's also quotations, so you can create quotations in here. You can store quotation history. You can just click add new and start adding items onto the jobs here, onto the quotations here. We allow you to choose a format for printing these out. You can choose what you want to print about the quotations. You manually add the prices in, and you can manually adjust prices. You can adjust old prices as well to update those. You can choose which report you want to send. There's a couple of custom reports in here, and then you can obviously print these out or display these on the screen to the client. If I just move that over, so that just gives you a standard layout. And this box at the bottom here, you can customize the text in here, and you can customize the text and content in here. And obviously your details and logo will be inserted into here as well. Obviously, as well as job quotations, we can create jobs. And again, it keeps complete job history in here. So the details of the jobs are at the bottom here, and the summary is at the top. If we wanted to add a new job, again, we just click the Add New button, and we can add items to it on various different service levels simply by double-clicking the prices, and the items are added onto jobs. Again, then you can go on and print a job card, and that'll be a professional-looking job card that you can take into the clients, and you can actually use that as a receipt as well with the client. So that's a very brief overview of the client's record. Have a look at some of the more detailed videos that tell you more about each function. If I close that down, I'll just explain one of the clever marketing facilities that's in here. There's a facility called Daily Marketing, and one of the letters that we can build in here is what's called our job reminder. And this is something that we've never seen in any other software at all. When you do the job for the client, if you leave them a questionnaire and ask them on the bottom of the questionnaire, when would you like us to remind you to have the item cleaned again? If they pop something in there, we put 6, 12, 18, 24 months delete as applicable. If they pop something in there, you can put that in the client's record. And when you run this facility here, these will automatically pop up when they're due. You don't need to do anything other than click build. And these will pop up, and there's a standard letter in here that will print out, or you can just print the address details out onto blank paper and then reprint those through Word and put your own letter on those around the address that's already there. So that's a facility that's built into this edition. If I just close this one down, there are some other standard job reports as well. If you have a look at the more detailed video, they tell you where your work's coming from, so you can do that sort of reporting as well. And also we have various items that you can customize, so you can customize some of the pick list items as well. So hopefully that gives you a feel for what's in the Forever Free edition. It's free, download it. We provide telephone support to help get you going, and then there's as much email support as you need once you're up and running. Just give it a try.